Well, guys, welcome to episode 14 of FPL Top Dogs Ballyhaunis, 27th of October. And apologies for missing 2 or 3 game weeks there. Been crazy busy, evenings, work, everyone knows, absolutely drained. Just coming back from a evening shift there in Bank, Lord Mayor's show. Oh, wrecked. But if I don't do something now or give some sort of a status report, then it's going to be more game week. So, right, let's see how we got on here. Yeah, I was back home and I didn't have my camera, so excuses. Yes. Yeah, it's just a hard slog doing a show. It's just hard to mix life and business and pleasure. Okay, in this show, something I've been meaning to kind of do, I suppose it's a bit like I don't know, a comedy sketch, I suppose my unique sort of stance on comedy and experiences. But yeah, the Wacky Races, the other stuff, the same Shane Luigi Healy here. He knows the pressure of oh, um, yeah, keeping just joining in there, honest. John C. Halpin. He entered the league. He was in the early days, Christy Nicholson, and then he kind of didn't. He's good friends with Joey Neenan, and I think he's related to the Halpins that had the pub and the florist and the cafe in Ballyhaunis, John Halpins. But yeah, so Ballyhaunis stock, I think, and anyway, up massively. He's been top of the league quite a number of times this season, especially earlier on. But that's fine. 14 points, like great stuff. Grove for Martinelli. I'm not sure. That was people are trying to get something like a bit different. So there's 7 or 8. Everyone has the Trippiers, the Cancelos. Pope is popular now. Mitrovic is, but Sean's trying to have something a bit different. Van Dijk is massively different. I don't think his value even at this stage, even though he's less than Trent. Trent's must be 7.2 now. He's dropped 0.3, and yeah, the FPL try to get the prices right at the beginning, don't they? But with the terrible form of most of the top guys, the prices have tumbled. It's a reflection. So Solanke there for Martinelli. I got rid, thinking about getting him. Sean's on the pulse. You can't take your eyes off Sean. You shaky or Mount. He got assist, I think, or a couple of assists. So that's the problem with these guys. You get Mount in, he does it for one game, then you have to keep him for 3 or 4 games to get another decent haul back, and that's frustrating. Nobody is regularly flicking them in or regularly returning attacking returns or defensive returns or whatever. It's like if you get rid after 2 or 3 game weeks, they've done nothing. That's when they haul. You get them back, then you're goosed, and that's where I've been all season, getting in guys they've hauled, and then they're just go cold as ice. So yeah, look, credit to Shawnee there. He's got look at Castagna on the bench and Andres. Oh, can you imagine that bench boost? That would have been a phenomenal bench boost, but nah, it is what it is there. Lots of twos, 10 good stuff. Haaland delivered again. Although I think there's rumors of him limping. Um, Crocodile tears. This man, Cucurella's been driving him nuts. And there's what's his name again? Potter decided to go. He got a bit wrong the other day. Cucurella was sacrificed, so that needs to be watched. Danny Ward now used to be the king of one pointers. Now he's one-liners. His one-liners are clean sheet hauls here, and yeah, he's rewarded me now massively. Foden, lots of people went off him. Trossard for Foden. See, that's a typical example of Foden as well. He's another one. Hauls, get off him at your peril, and they totally destroy you. Bowen has just been a joke all season. A couple of goals, couple of assists, did a bit more, has done a bit more in Europe, but I just don't know where these guys are. Son not playing a decent game of football, not until he gets his World Cup done. I'm just sick of all these players. They really are piss taking, the whole lot of them. It's a joke. I think they're on the beach, most of these. It's a game every 3 or 4 days now, 2 games in the week, and I just don't think they have the mental or the physique to give it all. The top clubs, the so-called top clubs, just are really struggling to take on the Bournemouths or the Forest or whoever. Liverpool found out about Forest the other day. Just struggling, against the so-called lesser teams because they have more time to prep and they're involved in less, and it's just an ambush. But they're very competitive. Even Villa now are competitive. New manager Gerrard sacked, and Unai Emery's in. So I don't rate the guy at all. The Gooner fans think he's not really that bad. He's good. I'm not buying any of it. I don't care. The Premier League is he's done it all over Europe, yeah, brilliant, la la la. But no, the Premier League is a different kettle of fish altogether. So I'm not touching Foden. I just generally never really like Foden. If I liked any, it was going to be a Gundogan for a while, Sterling for a long while, KDB, but Foden's in and out. Um, anyway, he will come good. He'll score those goals. He'll do well. He links up well with Haaland. Tony and Mitrovic, that's very, very interesting. Both are all of these are on penalties. That's the key. Anyone else on penalties? Bowen missed one, no good. But Andreas Mings, all these guys play. So look, that team's going to be okay for face. He just needs to keep an eye on the commando here. And yes, the two of them, the top two in the Christy Nicholson League, do the same thing. Zaha didn't last long, and he lasted a few weeks, I suppose. I thought that Joey would have had Zaha for a lot longer, but he's gone on the Foden train. Yeah, he's not a bad price. Yeah, he's a good. People are crying out for another City attacker of any sort, and I suppose Foden is as good as any. He will return. He is a phenomenal talent, but is he on the beach for England? I think it's a really good question to ask. Salah's got a goal and an assist, I think, the other day in Europe, but that's Europe. It's not the Premier League. This is, this is an offset really from last season for me. He's just not performed. He'll nearly be gone up to like 9 months of Premier League football, and he's just done nothing. I think it's very, very, very. You can't really say it's a bit like saying Bitcoin's dead. It's not. This is Mo Salah, of course, but there's just something not right. That Liverpool setup. It happens to every amazing team. They have to regenerate. They have to rethink it, and reevaluate themselves and reinvent themselves. So I think that's where Klopp is at and Liverpool. And look, they are Liverpool. They'll do all right, but not many people want their assets. And in the Sun Dream team, I still hold a couple anyway because of the Europe thing. And they're qualified for the European Champions League quarterfinals, or is it the second round? And yeah, Spurs. I saw the highlights. I just really don't watch a lot of Spurs. I don't even go to the pub. They've knocked absolutely seven. I don't know, seven bells out of me. They're top of their Champions League. I don't know how. They're third still in the Premier League. I don't know how. It's anyway. It's just knocks the good out of you this far. Baloney. Joey Neenan, Solanke again. So this is very interesting. That Solanke. So like Shawnee Hare's gone for Solanke. I don't know. It's Bournemouth. Are they going to score 3 or 4 every game? I'm not sure about that. Tony's the man there. That's one thing I do like about Face's team on Joey's there is Tony. He is liable to destroy teams. I think we saw the other night. It was Palace, they bet. Pope and Trippier. No, not too bad. Everybody now wants so the two of them have got the same there. Cancelo the same. Gertie's a bit of a differential for Joey, but they've got Bowen. The two of them here in the top 2 are the only ones probably in the top 20 that have Bowen. That says a lot, but I'm still hanging on to Bowen myself. Martinelli, they've got Foden, a very, very, very similar team. Very, very similar. So they're definitely watching each other, these two. Andreas, a little bit of differential there, but not much between Kufel, Mings, Williams. Dunkers doesn't score anymore. He's Everson. Well, they're top of the league for a reason, and it's going to be impossible for the likes of us in the lower rings to get anywhere near these guys. They're too good. Let's have a look at Johnny Halpin. Again, that very, very, very distinct feeling of himself and Joey there. Let's have a look now. Compare the two teams. Everyone's got Haaland, Ferro, Martinelli. Even the two of them have Salah. Johnny's still got Zaha. So Joey could be copying Johnny here, getting Foden in. That was the guys in the know move to get rid of Trossard for Foden. That was if you're in the know, but sometimes you don't want to know and just go ride it rough, and you get bogged down in that sort of hype stuff, and you end up. Castagne's a great call there. I have him. I'm keeping. Well, everybody wants Leicester and Newcastle defenders now. Crazy, hasn't it? It's just total random. But these guys, I can't be saying, oh, it's a terrible season, because these guys have proved all day in, day out that there's no such thing as having a bad FPL season. So I have to look at myself for where I am. Top 5.5 million, like, wow. I had a look at Shawnee's Jamesy Lyons. Okay. Credit to Jamesy hanging out up there, not far off. He's keeping tabs on these guys. Tony, yes, good stuff. Saka, great. Callister, yeah, he's scoring penalties. I don't know why the mad rush was to get it. He scores penalties, but come on. Totti, Eduardo, yeah. Barnes, good. Yeah, this is very, very interesting team. Not sure about a Kanji. He could be just like I don't know. He's getting a few starts, but once they get their guys back, he won't be anywhere near the team, I don't think. So I'm not sure that he's a bit like Ake I've had for a while. Not sure about the even starts. Don't like this Totti. The bench is a little bit weak personally, especially defenders. Saliba, yes, phenomenal. I prefer Gabriel, but no, if you have Saliba, that's money in the bank. Sinistra, don't like at all. He gets the reward, then he gets to send off. Barnes is interesting. No, yeah, Madison. I just think, yeah, it's a toss up between going 3-5-2 or 3-4-3. It really is a toss up. I do like the 3-5-3. I still have faith in midfielders, but I want three attackers. It's just so. Can we play a 15 aside like in the GA? Yeah, and popping back to Ireland anyway on Saturday to see the match up in Castlebar. Can't miss the final after going to Claremorris. And the lads have been playing all season, but it's hard when you're trying to work in London and try to sort life out at all angles. It's not easy. So Pat Caulfield is well up there as well, still well in the hunt there. That's his team. It's quite a smell of similarity to all these teams. They're up there because they're on the guys Madison and Hall before. Zaha hauled a bit, but it's gone off. So that's the frustration with Zaha. Gold mine 1 minute, rubbish the next, gets injured, comes back a month later. I think he is a trap. That's what I mean by trap, is that you might have got him in after he's got a goal and assist or bag two. Then he goes away, he gets injured, he misses the whole match that you wanted him for. And then he comes back, you lose faith, you need to free up the money, and then he bangs two against Arsenal. That's how it wrapped up in a nutshell. And I think off par there, but it's taking it quite serious and very well this season. Owen Collins, unbelievable. He's been coming for a while. Last season, especially, all through last season, he was really, punching very well for one of his first gels on the FPL. And now it's really learned so much. And look at this interesting, very interesting. See, this is his own team. This is not any Okay, Haaland, Jesus, fair enough. But Darwin, he's making his own decisions and he's probably using his own personality here. I love that. I love that. I love that. There's goals everywhere when you Darwin. I'm not gone after my dabbles with Darwin this season and him getting sent off, and I got a minus for that, and I had him captain. Oh, I was just I've been there with Darwin and made terrible um, mess with this guy, and I just won't have him ever. I don't care what he does, but he is interesting. I don't know. He's definitely got a lot of interesting players here for the money. That's why Checker will play a bit more. Castagna, brilliant. The double Leicester defense came through. 20 points. Wham bam. Still keeping facing Salah. He's a differential now. 37% owned. I think. Oh my god. It's getting close to midnight now. I better get onto the thing. Okay, let's have a look here now. Just a quick. I had a very, very good week in the FPL for a change. I think so. The first good week, 76 points. 5.58 million in the world, and that takes some fucking doing. That does. That's the guru all over. That is a hell of a season so far. Well done, 13. Lucky for some. 163,000. That belies my 5.58 million. Well above the average point. So it's like you're going backwards in this league. You've got to make about 40 points just to move up about 3 or 4 places. That's a joke. Like I was down here about 74, whatever it was, and I moved up 3 places after that. Like it's just like feel like jacking the whole thing, and it's just a waste of time. The whole thing this season. I like the team. Trippier, I've had them from the start, but everyone has them now. 72%. Son, waste of time. Bowen, waste of time. Almiron, I copied, I think, one of the guys that had him. I think it was Jack Malone. Copied him. Yeah, Firmino, rubbish. I got see that he's an example of getting somebody in when they haul, and he's done nothing since. And now when I get rid of him, there you go. Costa, I captained him once. I'm just taking chances now. I'm all over the shop. But I'm getting ready for game week 15 for when this overall qualifying starts. I'll keep faith with Melly. So I'll keep all these donkeys more or less. Probably get off Akai, keeping Trossard. Yeah, look, I like it. I don't think it's a joke of a team. It's interesting, and I've got a lot of outs. A lot of outs that can haul. I like to have a bit of Spurs, but I think Kane is the only one worth having in a way. So that's about okay there. So can't really go into too much. Like I give an example. Like I'm even below my mate Dave Martin. He's in 59th place. He's captain Kane for the whole season, right? He's 650 points. He's 37 points ahead of me, and it's not, most people like that's really bad because most people are about 250 points ahead of me. Like, so he's having a horribilis, whatever it is, just like myself. Yeah. This is just emphasize the point is that if you're too into FPL, it could be look. Oh, Mark is down on 46. I definitely feel the pain. It should nowhere be anywhere near there. Marky Phillips again. Everyone who's been trying to do the best to get out of this misery from the first game week, all they've done is that we've digged a further hole. Look at Will Nestor now. He should never be anywhere near what's going on. It's really proper players down here. Robbie McCormick said he'd give it a go. Like, what's Sniper doing down here? It's absolute baloney stuff. Ivan DeMello, top tenor. Top 12. Shawnee's gone back down. Jack Maloney's been trying hard. It's impossible. This is Dave Martin, right? This is the case in point. 48 points. He's 4 million. But the catch with Dave is we go into transfer history, 0. He's done absolutely nothing. No transfer history. All he's done is just stick and fix points. I don't want to go into points. How do you get back into his team? Report. Yeah, maybe go back into his team this way because I don't know how to do it the other way. Yeah, that's his team. So from the start, that's why he's a West Ham fan. Bowen, Suchek, Fabianski, they've come through a bit. Yeah, TA will start a lot. He's got these guys will always play. James has been subbed out. He's injured. Just Captain Kane all the way, and he's 650 and he's done nothing. And we just made sure he's had guys that will all play. They all playing. They're all still playing. They're all be playing. So yeah. Um. Well done, Dave. Right, the mock quickly. I can't believe the time. Oh, right. I probably don't have the. Oh, that's a shame. That is just a shame. I thought I had the picture. Right, this is the Wacky Races, the FPL top dogs. Wacky Races, the weirdo world of FPL. The Christy Nic go. This is just after from a chart, game week 13. Um, Featuring a lot of people we know around us. And of course, Face Man is Penelope Pit Stop, and this is her, what's it called? The Compact Pussycat. That's her vehicle. And Face painting her up there. Face Man of the town, and leading away in the Christy Nicholson. And these are guys, the protagonists. Shawnee Shake Your Hair and Jamesy Lyons and Owen Collins having a phenomenal season 6. So put them all in there with Face in the Face mobile. Right. In the next up here we got this is Joey Commando Neenan in one of these army surplus extras vehicle. There's a little steam roller there. There's this kind of convertible between a tank and a jeep. And the whole point of Wacky Races, if you're watching it, it's a bit like the Cannonball Run. It's a bit like you got to race across the whole of America as quick as you can. It doesn't matter how you do it, and you win the money. So it's a cartoon version of it. So Joey Commando Neenan, the character there is Sergeant Blast, and there's an 8-inch cannon as well that he blows up the other cars with. And there's John C. Halpin there, his mate, driving, and that's Private Meekley. But them two are definitely in the same unit. They're good friends, and I clumped them together. Just love it. Oh, but it probably doesn't come up very clearly. These two, this is Dick Dastardly now, and that's the vehicle there is double O, the double O, and it's what's it called again? The double O. Well, Dick Dastardly and Muttley. Muttley is the dog. I was kind of looking at the two of them. The Mean Machine. This is the vehicle called the Mean Machine. That's what Dick Dastardly rides. And his job, all he does, he never wins. It's a bit like the Roadrunner. The Coyote always gets it. Well, Dick Dastardly always gets it. He tries to booby trap Penelope. He tries to destroy or tries to use anything he can to stop the others. If one of them is winning the race and he's second, he goes he goes up the road ahead, and he should be winning the race. Never mind trying to sabotage the guy behind him. But I think Jack Malone with his head of hair would really be a good fit on Motley. And of course, Stephen Stret Nolan would win at all costs. There's no doubt if he can get a point from anywhere, win at all costs, he'll find a way. And yeah, I think they're a good duo in the Mean Machine there in the double O. Yeah, and so what else we got there? Adrian Starman. Now this is the Slag Brothers, SLAG. They're cavemen. I was thinking about putting Mark and Ado in the same vehicle there. But yeah, let's go to uploads. This is Muttley. So I think Jack can just it's the same color hair anyway as Muttley, so we'll give Jack his Muttley and Dick Dastardly as Stephen Stretch. I think that's the best way we can do it. My favorite really is the Anthill Mob in a way, but these are the cavemen. I'll show you the caveman. Gosh, above. Absolutely so tired. I want to go to bed. Nah. Niet. Nedobre. Maybe I'll just show you the characters anyway. I just can't do it the other way. This little icon, this thing is what I was looking for. That's Peter Perfect. He's after well, there's Meekly. So yeah, that's the commando, Sergeant Blast and Meekly, and yeah, that's my take of John C. Halpin there driving commando. It's the Anthill Mob here, and yeah, so keep that image in mind there. Now just zoom in out. It's a terrible. That picture in there is the Anthill Mob. That's what I'm trying to do there, and that's Bomber Lines. That's Fergie, Great Guns Walsh, and that's Niall Richardson, and it's from this picture here. Yeah, that picture there. So I have them as the Anthill Mob, and these guys apparently they protect what they can. If somebody's been bad to Penelope, Faceman, these usually come to her rescue, even though they want to beat her and they think that she thinks they're an enemy, an arch enemy. Actually, they actually come back and rescue in the films. That's Aidan Starman, and here, and that's Owen Loveboat Row at the back. And there's Marky Phillips, the Oracle at the back is Peter Perfect in that things. Yeah. Any thoughts of what's going on now next? Well, game week 14, I think. Pick team. Yeah, a little bit obviously downbeat. Well, not really. I'm just going to go for that. We'll try and get a few wins in a row. Oh, please don't fail me now, internet. Wow. Midnight. Must be reboot or something. Right. Saturday, the 29th of October. Now we'll all be in Castlebar, and I've got nobody playing. Has everything been cancelled? Has got any games? Okay, so we have games now. Well, I don't trust Son against Bournemouth. I'm disgusted with the fella. It just goes to show, like Son and Kane and all these guys, they've had chances to win trophies and they failed. They have to look at themselves, not us, because they've never won anything. Okay, Kane's got his personal accolades. I know he wants to win it for Spurs. I know it's his club, the whole lot, but he has to look at himself. Actually, I think they would be showing him. I know I'm a Spurs fan, but I've given up. They'll never win anything. That team with the Reese, it was a great servant, but he's a joke. That shot that was scored the other day by his understudy, a graduate at the age of 17, 18, when he was winning World Cups of France, scored that goal. He let it in. Edwards. I better kind of stop this video now. I might be waking people up it's 12 o'clock, but yeah, and also with Dyer, rubbish, Sanchez, rubbish, Romero, none of these guys. The last thing they want to do is get injured. They want to have their fun and go to Qatar. And in all fairness, Qatar, it leaves a bad taste in the mouth, the whole thing. I'm sorry, though. It's a bad. We have to respect their culture. That's what we're getting at the moment. But that to me, human rights is what his culture. TA, I'm not happy at all with having him. Has he gone down more? I wouldn't be surprised he got 7.1. People are at 0.2, so 34 points all season. Rubbish. Okay, what am I going to do with this guy? I can't play Castagna. I don't trust Mings against Newcastle. I went Newcastle Hall. So I'll get rid of Ake this week. Will I get rid of Bowen? That's really rock and a hard place. I just think Son and Kane have to leave to die and get something for their careers at the end of it. Well, I think they could have left it too late. Kane's 18 months on his contract, and Spurs, they should have been thinking of probably should have went to City. But I don't trust Levy or any of those guys to with the money. It makes me sick to think that. Great stuff. Haaland is flagged, so I'm delighted about this. That means a good 90-80% of the fan base now have to make their own decision. They'll have to figure out who to get in. Now, they'll all probably go to Kane or something boring, you know. And a good fob the decision. And oh well, everyone else will captain up. I don't know what to do myself with this guy. I don't have a Mitrovic. I don't have a Tony. I don't have a Kane. But I've got Costa, Firmino, Plonkerville. Yeah, there's a lot of talk of Firmino going as well. Looks like that he could be on the way out soon. I suppose Almiron is a good captaincy shout, really. Give him a chance at home to Villa. I don't fancy Villa no matter what. I think that 4-0 is very deceptive. Maddison against City. You see, that's the sort of game Maddison will score a goal or two against. City are just not convincing defensively. Unbelievable. The season is just a total joke. So anyway, I haven't really looked into what I'm going to do for the day. I'll probably make a decision on the day. I'm looking at people like Shaw from Man United, and I like the look of Anthony and Fred. I'm going to have to put against Spurs. Absolute legend. United fans don't rate him, but I think he's phenomenal player. Now it's a toss-up between Fred and Xhaka. Now I don't have Saka in this team, but this fixture's going all the way forward. But again, they're involved in that Europe, so they've got that match. Getting Saka for Son. I've got 2 transfers, and getting Gabriel for Akai, and just go get a couple of gooners, but they're already qualified. And that's the problem with Spurs around the other night. They had enough chances to win that game, guys, and now they're hiding behind this VAR. This no better. They had the whole game. Sporting could have scored 7. Spurs could have scored 7. It ended 1-1. Fair enough result. I don't think either deserve to win it because they've missed so many chances that I think it's all leveled out anyway. It's just one of those hard luck stories. But they've had 90 minutes to get their head right and qualify for the knockout phases. So I've no sympathy at all. Zero. I'm the whole heart and soul is knocked out of me in football. I used to be such a absolute all-in football fanatic. But it is weird. It's just changed too much. VAR has changed it all. It's knocked the good out of the whole thing, and it's all fat cat stuff. I did a bit of a rant on the FPL Top Dogs WhatsApp, so people know where I'm at with that. Not happy, but yeah, I think Arsenal's what I'm going to get onto. Now, yeah, the big problem with getting my Arsenal guys in is that they got Chelsea away, but I suppose that will be interesting to see where both teams are at in game week 15. Saka, I think he might be on penalties still. I hope it's not like if you earn it, you can take it. But game week 15, I need to get a decent score so I can qualify. If I don't get this overall cup thing qualifying game week 16, my season's over. So West Ham, I'll keep Bowen for West Ham. Leicester, who've Leicester got? Everton, I keep Maddison for Everton. So I'm happy enough setup wise, I suppose. And City, going to definitely keep Haaland for City, not getting rid. Don't trust. Look, Foden is a good shout there. Look for Fulham. The only problem is this, but they've qualified to Champions, so they should be able to go all in this Champions League stuff. Rodrigo, great shout there. Christy Kilcourse. So Rodrigo is in the hunt. So I am considering Rodrigo as well. Yeah, definitely. But then Bournemouth, I thought they would. Well, they lost 2-0 in the end against West Ham, all right. So I was expecting it, but Bowen got nothing and all that. Zuma scoring, like, where did that come from? Brighton, I'm very unsure how to gauge Brighton. And Wolves need to come back from that Villa pace that they got. Or no, Leicester pasted them 4-0. So I think Wolves' assets are absolutely, toxic. Everton, Gordon is the man to think about there. Gordon and DCL is back. So that's a very good shout. I might just, throw in DCL there. Well, I get rid of Haaland. What price is he now? Get DCL in. I've got nothing to lose, so I'm just shots in the dark. So don't pay any attention to me. 12.2. Yeah, he'll hardly rise. I'm just worried. He might have dropped. No, I don't think he would have. So for anything at 0.9 in the bank. have to raise some money. But if I get off Son, absolutely zero. Absolutely, he's just absolute muck. This Son dude. Liverpool, no hope against them. All these teams, you think they're easy? Nothing's easy at Spurs at the moment. 16. So a week up to game week 16. There's only 3 more game weeks left before the World Cup. And then the wild card will kick in. So I don't know. I'm definitely going to get rid of Ake. I want Saka in. I've no faith in this Son. I probably will get rid of Son for Ake. Son Ake for Zaha and Gabriel. I'm a big fan of Gabriel. I'll keep this donkey anyway. TA. Can you imagine calling TA a donkey? And Liverpool assets. Look at this. Absolute. I like DCL. I might take a -4 for DCL. It's just the game week interesting match the before. Fulham, not too bad. I might give DCL a go. Why not? -4, nothing to lose. Right. So, quick look. I suppose it is not. I think I won the last 2 or 3 in a row now. So I'm looking for more scalps. Yeah, we didn't go too much in the Connors team, but he had a great, very, very ropey on 41 points before the Leicester game against Wolves. But yeah, no, was it? He's got no Leicester. Oh, that was me. I've got the Leicester. It was West Ham. He has Zuma and Fabianski. That match. What was it? The West Ham getting heading out. Oh, West Ham 2, Bournemouth 0. So that was a massive, amazing, like 23 points on that 41. What's that? 64. Well done. That guy deserves a bit of luck there. It's just we've had a terrible season again, an absolute migraine now anymore. Andrews on the bench the whole lot. So that's just a shout out for Connor. I think he got away with it this week. He had the formation of a 4-3-3, I think. Darwin didn't play, yeah. So he had the 4-3. I didn't like it. He knows himself, so he used to think a little bit further. Everyone's getting off Zaha, but maybe it's one of those seasons where you just have to stick in that faith, and you get your rewards. Most people are trying to get off and time it when they feel it's going to happen. It's just like predicting the future and being God and saying that I am God and I'm predicting the future and I'm going to have an amazing season. No, we're not God. So a bit of religion in there as well. All we need is politics. Nah. So of all this, yes, my 76 was probably one of the best. There was a triple captain on Haaland. I have to just point this out. I was quite shocked. Now he paid off, but there was just nothing in it at all. Like trip cap, no, a bit miffed off. 86 was the best score this week. Joy, if I take a bow, but trip cap on Haaland, I guess 76 or something. Done me by 10. A triple captain on. Are you just flabbergasted? I always like a triple captain on someone like a Kane who's got a double game week. I've done that a lot. Done that quite a few times. Or somebody who I can trust. Haaland's probably that type. You can do a double game week. But there you go. Yeah, Castagna and the Leicester guys done it. Likewise for myself. Kane is tipping away with the points a lot better than Son. And he's on Penal, so an interesting team there. Joy Fahey, just the Fats. Joy the Fats Fahey. Saliba's good. Grob. Brighton have really gone cold, haven't they? Really gone cold. Mount, interesting. Strike. Right, so Mickey has 28 points, along with Christy Courses on this. He did very well last year. All the top guys, the only Bryans they do it. They don't have any point things. They do it by games. They don't have any draws. So if you take the draws out, it's 9 and 3. So they're up 6 games, and that would be a 0 because it's the same. Say it'd be a 1. So 1 game back means one loss, basically, you can say, compared to the other 2. It's that's how you. So there you go. Then when I say 1 game back, also is Dermot Phillips and Donny O'Brien, Silver Mines, and so is Cal Carney. Yeah, shout out for Cal there. The Crumpet, the CCC. Yeah, DJ CCC is in the house, hopefully Sunday night or Saturday night, sorry, around town. One game back, not too bad, doing well. Adrian Phillips is 2 games back, which is 6 points, I think. Well, no, sorry, 5 points because he's had a draw on there, extra point. Joy Neenan is hanging about there, so yeah, all these guys are fine. 6 points down, only a couple of games. Mostly everybody's only a couple of games down on the top. Whereas I'm about, oh man, what the hell have I done? 9. I'm about 4 games back, and the rest. But yeah, keep plugging away. That's what it's about, plugging away. Okay, guys. Thanks very much for watching the pod. It's a basic just shout out. Best of luck whatever you're doing, guys. Just absolutely, absolutely can't even think anymore, guys. Drained. Don't want to think anymore. Work now in 4 hours, 42 minutes. Maybe an extra 2 minutes, 4 hours, 52 minutes, okay? And then I have to book a ticket to go to the airport on the bus, and then I'll be with you on Saturday morning. And not much sleep, not much sleep. There's enough sleep when you're dead. So I'll let you go, guys. Take care and God bless, and see you all soon. FPL Top Dogs out. Cheers, boys and ladies.